Hey kids, it's Mr. Fly here, hope you're well. Absolutely beautiful autumnal day for a little ride out. Today is the very first of a brand new occasional series on the Mr. Fly. It's called Biker Scran with Jeff and Dan. Just go with me on this one. So, Biker Scran with Jeff and Dan, then what the heck is that all about? Well, what it is, I've got a couple of pals that every now and then we go out and meet up for a bit of a lunch. They are fellow motorcyclists. You have seen them before on my videos. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you'll recognise them. Jeff is my old pal from the aeroplane days. We used to both own a share in the same aeroplane. That's how I got to know Jeff. But Jeff is a lifelong motorcyclist. He's one of the guys at the London Motorcycle Museum, the curator there. That's where you may have seen him on my videos. And also, before he was retired from proper work, he was the VP of marketing at Kawasaki UK, and he worked at Yamaha in a similar role before that. I believe that's correct. And then Dan, who you will have seen as well on my videos, he's still in the motorcycling industry, another lifelong biker. He's a PR man. So anyway, nice couple of chaps, and I've been out, as I say, a few times for a bite to eat with these chaps, and last time we went out was actually at H's Cafe in Berensfield out in Oxfordshire, and I made a little video of that. It went down quite well, and it got me thinking, actually, maybe what I should do is take my camera every time I go out for a bit of scran with Jeff and Dan, and hence Biker Scran with Jeff and Dan. So today we're trying another CAF. It's one we've been to before. It's a place called Stokenchurch, which isn't that far away from where I live. It's in, I think Stokenchurch is still in Buckinghamshire, sort of famous for its mast. If you've been along the M40 you will have seen the Stokenchurch mast, but the road that runs parallel with that, the A40, has a little biker CAF on it. Can't remember what it's called, but we'll find out when we get there, and hopefully I'm going to be meeting Jeff and Dan there. So we're going to have a bit of scran. We'll give them a little rating out of 10 as well, and then in future when we go to other biker CAFs we'll do the same thing, and while we're at it we'll have a little bit of a nose at their motorbike. So stick around and stay tuned. So if you did ever fancy a ride out to check this place out, and I recommend you do, because actually we've been here before to eat and it's pretty good, I have to say. So this is going to be our sort of reference CAF, if you like. We'll give it an initial score and then we'll rate all others in the future based on scoring it against this one. But anyway, this road I'm on now is the A40 out of High Wycombe towards West Wycombe. You can see, or you may be able to see on the GoPro, there's a building on the top of that hill there. It's a mausoleum. It stands atop something called the Hellfire Caves, and is also known in flying circles as the Golden Ball. If you fly out of Wycombe Air Park, that's one of the reporting points. When you land back, you would report at the Golden Ball, and we call it the Golden Ball because at the top of that mausoleum, again, you probably can't see it on the GoPro, but there is a big golden ball, look. And apparently when you go up there, you can see for miles around. There's another one, similar one of those, miles away, I think Crystal Palace or somewhere, and years ago they used to signal between that and the other one. Anyway, that's besides the point. But anyway, that's just to let you know where we're heading. So if you want to come out this way, get on the A40, heading out of High Wycombe to the west, heading towards, well, Stokenchurch. I'm always moaning about the roads around here, and in the main they're not that great, but there are one or two reasonable roads to ride down here. I don't know if you saw as I passed a post back there's a pink sign on the lamp post, a little pink arrow. It said NDVR on it, NDVR base. There might be another one up here in a minute. We'll see if we see it. I'll point it out to you again. You see a lot of those around this part. I'm not too far from places like Pinewood and Elstree in the sort of filmmaking centre of the UK, and hence there's a lot of filming done around here. This is West Wycombe, a lovely old town as you can see, and there's a National Trust place up here just on the left called West Wycombe House, and I can see more of these pink signs up here on this on these lampposts. Look, you have a look at these pink signs here. Look, see it there? It says NDVR base. There we go, and it's pointing down there into West Wycombe Park. Basically what that is, that's a film crew. An NDVR, I happen to know, stands for Endeavour. Very clever, see what they've done there? So it means they're doing some filming down there for an ITV series called Endeavour, which I believe is the sort of prequel to Morse. I've never seen it myself, but you may have done. But anyway, that's where they're doing some filming. And if you ever see those pink or general fluorescent signs around that say things like a few letters, then lock or base or something like that, and that's usually that there's some filming going on. Anyway, there we go. A little bit of Monday morning trivia for you. Right, let's find this CAF. Okay, I sense I'm nearing the CAF. It's actually in a place called Studley Green. I just noticed there's a sign there that says Studley Green. It's just here. I wonder if my friends are here. Chris's Cafe and Motel. I'm usually late for these things. Oh, perhaps I'm the first here. That makes a change. Excellent. Right, let's park up and wait for these retrobates. Bit of a shame those people have got our favourite outdoor seats. So this is it. Doesn't look much. Chris's Cafe and Motel, but I'll tell you, it's all right. Okay, so I've just noticed I'm actually 10 minutes early, which I'm quite pleased about, because the last few times I've met these guys I've always been late, so this is good. And here's Dan. Nicely done, sir.
Is it really bonfire night?
Well, apparently so.
I've got a bit of a sweat on.
Good day, sir.
How you doing?
Very good. Oh, this will be Jeffrey.
Timing, it's impeccable.
Come on in. Right, so here we are. Let me introduce you to the chap. This here is Dan. Hello, Dan. For all the viewers. We'll have to bleep that out.
Oh, sorry.
And, no problem. This is Jeffrey, you may recognise from previous videos. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello,
lovely to
how
see
are
you.
you?
I'm very well, thank you. Now, I thought before we go and do the Scran bit, as we're all bikers here, it might be good to have a bit of a nose at your bikes. So, Jeff, what's this you've come on then? I'll come this way because the sun.
It's green.
Yep.
It's a Kawasaki.
Yep.
And it's a Versys 1000 GT.
Right. And what year is that then?
It's March 2016.
So did you get it from new?
Yes.
And what do you think of it?
I like it. I like it. I tested the Yamaha Tracer
Yep.
as well,
Uh-huh.
at 900 at the time, and for me, this was a little bit more relaxed.
And is it a keeper?
Well, yes.
I mean, you've had it for a
Yeah.
couple of years, so
Well,
yeah,
that's
obviously
right.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No plans to change?
Not as long as my knees can still hold it up at the traffic lights. Otherwise, I might have to fit one of Dan's sidecars.
And have you done any mods to it?
The only modification that's been done over and above the standard GT spec is to put the can on it.
Oh, let's have a look.
The can on the right hand side, of course.
Well, oh, nice.
Can and this highly expensive piece of
Plasticky carbon.
plasticky I think
Yeah.
it's actually real.
Is it actual carbon? Wow.
real
Wow.
carbon.
Yeah. Expensive.
And sadly, it should on a modern day bike, and I know it's one of your bugbears. It's got a fuel gauge, but it hasn't got a gear indicator.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So the gear indicator was an extra, as was the power socket, and of course putting the navigation system on it as well.
so what
But
nav?
apart from
What
that,
nav have you gone for?
It's basically standard. But it's a TomTom,
Oh, nice.
TomTom Rider, and I've had TomTom products before,
Yep.
and it's pretty good. So I use either the tyre software or the new version
Yeah,
of
yeah.
My Route. Stick it all on, download it.
I've
to
used loads
TomTom,
of
and away
them.
we
Yes,
go.
and TomTom is just the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
Absolutely
I
is
think
the
so.
best. Yeah, I agree.
think so. I mean,
Brilliant.
it's taken me across Europe. I mean, the bike's done 13,000 miles now. So
Wow.
I was down in the Picos with it in June this year.
Yep.
And I did a battlefield tour of Belgium the year I got it.
Wow.
So, and it was all plotted on the TomTom. And by and large, providing you zoom in and put your waypoints in the right place,
Yeah, all good.
otherwise it's got an infuriating habit of telling you to turn around when possible.
Yeah, I know about that. So it looks absolutely beautiful. You obviously clean it a lot, which is
No.
a great thing.
No, not as much
What?
as you
What?
do.
Of course you do.
Not
Look at
as
that.
much as you do.
How clean is that?
Well,
Fantastic.
I mean, I did clean it after the last time, and today's not been too bad.
No, it's a lovely day, isn't it?
So yeah, I'm
Splendid.
not getting out as much as I would like. So I've just had a gentle took along. And,
Good stuff. So you're hungry?
I'm very.
Yes, well, we won't keep for long. Let's have a look at Dan's machine.
Indeed.
Dan, show us your machine. Right, here we go. Well, I know what this is, but what is it?
It's a Triumph Tiger 800 XRX.
Right, and what made you get this rather than say Kawasaki Versys?
So I wanted an engine with a bit of character.
Yep.
And I previously had all the twins, and I rode a Triumph Triple for the first time and thought, yep, I like the sound.
Yep.
I like the torque. Just like everything about it.
They are fab, aren't they? So I'm holding this camera very, very close because there's a bit of noise here and the mic's not very good on here, so I hope you can hear us all right. Well, it is a wide angle lens, so you'll be fine. So how long have you had it?
I've had this for 3 years now.
Yeah, blimey, time flies, doesn't it? And obviously it's a keeper. I think 3 years counts as a keeper.
Yeah, definitely.
Any plans to change or?
No, not until I get. No, I don't do enough miles to really wear the engine out, so I think it's a keeper.
And how many miles have you done on it so far?
I think I've done 10,000 miles.
And any mods?
Yeah, a couple of mods.
What have you got
the,
then?
the XRX is sort of the all singing, all dancing model.
Yep.
I've got a bit of a deal on it, which meant I could sort of trade up to that. So I didn't need to change too much, but there's a couple of things that I've done that I think make a huge difference.
Righto.
The first thing is around the back end, I stuck a Skid Marks hugger on it.
Okay, let's have a look at that.
Very straightforward modification.
Bingo. Yep.
But it just stops all the sort of crud from the road from just sort of making your back end dirty.
What? Yeah, nobody likes that. Why? Why is it that manufacturers don't put mudguards on the rear of bikes? I just don't know.
At cost.
Well,
It's
but it's bizarre because you always end up putting one on if you actually
Yeah.
use the bike, don't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
if you're a hugger maker though.
Well, indeed, indeed. Anything else?
Yeah, the other change is I've put an SW Motec Trax aluminium top box on the back.
Nice.
It's got these. It's the great thing about this is it's got a sort of quick release system,
Yep.
so you can take the box off really easily, but you can lock it all into place.
Right. Expensive?
It's German, so it's not cheap.
Yeah.
But again, if you're going to keep the bike, it's worth doing.
Yeah, exactly. Top boxes aren't very fashionable, are they? But I must admit, I've stuck this cheap one on my bike. They're so bloody useful. It's untrue. In fact, I see Jeff's got one on there lurking as well.
Well, it also has colour match.
Yeah,
as
okay,
well.
smart ass.
Actually, there's a very good reason for putting the top box on because I didn't want panniers, because whenever you filter with panniers, you're always really conscious
very good
that
point.
you're going to be
Very
playing
good point.
skittles with the cars.
Yeah, exactly. So you hungry?
Very.
Right, let's go and check out this place then. After you chaps. Hi. Where should we go?
Take a corner.
Corner view. Oh, this, by the way, is the new GoPro Hero 7, which is a bit rubbish, to be fair, as a camera on the helmet. So I'm only using it for this sort of B-roll stuff, as I call it now.
Oh, right.
You're my
Oh,
B-roll.
what you mean, yeah, so with
So-
a support feature.
So this is the Scran section of the video, and Dan is known for always eating healthy food. Chef not so, to be fair. What sort of a mood are you in today, Dan? What do you think you might be looking for?
I've got to go for the classic combination. And
Which
that
is?
That is double egg and chips. So you've got your protein and your carbohydrates,
Yep.
and then you need a bit of superfood on the side. We have a lot of quinoa at home, so I'm going to have black pudding.
Excellent. And Jeff, you, I imagine you're doing something similar.
Well, this is Biker Scran after all.
Yep.
And so,
Yep.
we probably ought to try something that bikers would normally have. The all-day gut buster or something similar.
They're bound to do well then. I, however, am on a bit of a diet and a health kick, so I'm looking for something like a lettuce sandwich, something like that. We'll see what we've got. Let's go for it.
I'll take, if I might please, the full English, but can I substitute black pudding for the fried slice?
Sorry?
Instead of having the fried slice on the full English.
No, I can't swap it up to that. No, I can't. Not a bit of bread. No, not it.
If you want to watch this.
Now, I'm going healthy. Can I go for the chicken and bacon panini, please? Sounds quite posh.
Can I just have two?
Dan's has come. What do we make of that, Dan? Look at that. So for visual acuity? No, visual appeal, what are we saying?
It's beautifully presented. It
Yep.
fills the plate.
Yep,
The chips are stacked nicely into a chip mountain.
yep.
The black pudding looks nice and crispy on the outside, and the eggs look well done.
Yep.
There's no grease swimming around the plate, so it looks
Perfect,
all nice.
perfect.
I think it's a 9 out of 10.
Wow. So the taste. Oh, the full English is here. Here we go. Go for
You
it.
want a Islamic black pudding?
Yeah, that'll be me,
No,
thank
you
you.
don't, sir.
Check that out.
Now that's tomatoes.
That is.
That is tomatoes.
That is amazing. That bacon. I'm starting to think maybe I should have gone for the sandwich.
Ah, well there you go.
Alrighty.
There was a time when I used to go to Cradley Heath Kawasaki, you could get that in a sandwich.
What, with 4 tomatoes?
With 4 tomatoes, tinned tomatoes, and they said, you want it toasted like?
What do you make? Talk of toast. What do you make of that toast there, Jeff?
Well, for me, I like toast to be well done. you
Yes,
know?
so-
and
so-
it's a big bugbear of mine. If you have a steak, they say, how would you like it done?
Yeah.
With toast, they don't.
don't, yeah,
And if
yeah.
I say, can I have toast well done?
So is
they
that-
go, oh, you want brown toast? No, I want white toast, but I want it brown.
Exactly. So that's a drop of mark, presumably, for that one.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, we'll do the scores at the
Absolute
end.
disaster.
That is the healthiest thing I've ever had. Anything that is loosely like a bike calf. Look at it. It's swimming in mayonnaise. It's, well, there's nothing not to like there, is there? Okay. Bon appetit, gentlemen.
8 sparkling, as I say.
Do they?
They do. Okay, I'm pretty pleased.
Anyway, so you've just got a mouthful of grub now, and I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, fast forward about an hour. We've been gassing a bit, but we have in fact finished the Scran. Jeff, you've left one of those tomatoes.
Well, that was a tin and a half, I think. So just a
You get little tomatoes, they do 3. You want to go to Tesco, you get 4 there. the healthy man, once again, you've done us proud, Dan.
That was a
not
willow
a
plate
morsel.
when he started.
Look at that.
I held short of licking the plate clean.
It's work.
Give me
it's
another
work.
5 minutes and I might just go there.
Yeah, there's sort of some gravy type stuff that wasn't there on the plate to start with.
Now look, you see, this is the thing. It came from inside of one of these.
Well, tomato juice is good for you. And I have to report this. I have left a little bit of salad, which is onion based.
Gotcha.
But overall, very, very good. So I think we'll do our final scores outdoors, so we can be a bit objective. Agreed?
Agreed.
Go and do a ton up there, mate.
Yeah.
I do that these days, so I'll throw you in jail.
Get all the way.
There's an elephant just going to turn on the road.
See you, mate.
Cheers, cheers. So happy punters. We all ate our food, except for Jeff, who left those notable tomatoes. So it's come to the time where we have to rate this plate. What is it called, in fact?
It's Christmas Hotel.
I think it's more of a transport place than it is a biker place.
Yeah.
But I do know it was recommended to me by a very good friend of mine who said that the Met Police
Rate it.
rate it.
Okay.
And they do like a chip.
Yeah.
Rate it or raid it?
Rate it. Rate it.
So how are we going to rate it then? I'm personally, because it's the first one we've done a rating for, I'm going to give it an 8. And then I'm going to measure all others
Is
by
that out of 10,
8 out
20
of
or
10.
50?
8 out of 10.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah. No, I think that's fair.
What's your score?
That's
You're going
fair.
for an 8 as well?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Dan,
I think
Dan,
8.
what do you think?
Yeah, definitely go for an 8. It's
8.
nice and clean inside.
Yeah.
The food's really well cooked.
Yeah.
The prices are quite reasonable.
Service was a bit strange though, wasn't it? We did have an incident with Jeffrey,
Yes.
which I don't know if it will make it into the
Substituting
film, but
black pudding. No,
yeah, don't ask for substituting the black pudding.
And the other issue, of course, is that makes it not a 10 is the lavatories right round the back and in the accommodation.
Yeah,
block.
very strange that. Yeah, good point. No on-site lab, so bear that in mind if you're coming on your bike.
There is
Alright.
one, but it's round the back.
Excellent. All right, so next time, where are we going to go? H's Cafe?
H Cafe in Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you next time for H's Cafe in Oxfordshire for the next Biker Scran with Jeff and Dan. See you then. Right, Jeffrey for departure. Hopefully there'll be no calamities. Nice shoulder check, Jeff. Ciao. See you, Dan. On you go. So there we go, splendid lunch had, and actually it was a very nice lunch and not particularly bad for me. It just shows, I mean, normally these biker cafes, although as Jeff said at the end there, it wasn't necessarily a bike cafe, it was more of a transport cafe I suppose, but they did have some healthier, in quotes, options. So I got away with, if indeed you can call bacon and chicken healthy, but I guess it's better for you than the full fry up, which is what I would have fancied in normal times. Anyway, so there we go, that's the first biker scran with Jeff and Dan. Hope that worked. I'm a bit conscious that there was a lot of noise in there, and I only used the mic that's on the GoPro, so it may not have worked, but we'll see how that works out. Anyway, if it worked okay, maybe we'll do a few more of those in the future, and we'll be coming to a biker cafe near you perhaps. Maybe when the weather gets a bit warmer anyway. Okay, that's it for now. Until next time, this has been the Missing and Fly. Cheerio.